I still think, large ensemble writing is still about being a jazz band. It's sort of free enough to be open to an interpretation on a night-to-night, tune-by-tune basis, as if you're playing in a small group. Even when it comes to tempo, phrasing, making up background parts, elongating sections, so that it still has an element of improvisation, not just with the rhythm section and the soloist, but with everybody. That's super important for me. And, it's hard to do. A lot of what you hear is me starting with a beatbox in my head or hearing this kind of pulse and then singing into my iPhone the idea and then listening back to that and sort of transcribing and going, oh, well, that would be good for like a cup muted trumpet and a bass clarinet just playing it by themselves and then building upon that. Well, I'm always looking for a way to get other color out of the traditional big band instrumentation. And of course, that you do that with orchestration and different pairings of instruments. Of course, not everybody playing at the same time all the time. But a lot of these things for me start out with a rhythm, a certain groove that I would hear or another groovy kind of treatment that maybe I would hear in my head. And then how to translate a groove into wind instruments. The more I've known these guys, the more I write for the band, for sure. Like, for instance, B. John Watson, our lead trumpet player, he comes from Snooky Young, and that's one of the reasons why I really wanted him in this band, because he knows that rootsy type way of phrasing a lead trumpet player. He doesn't come from Maynard Ferguson or Jerry Hay in a way. He comes from Snooky Young, and for me that's Thad Jones and Mel Lewis and Count Basie and that side of things that really resonates with me. So yeah, I write with that in mind. I know Bob Shepard can play all these woodwinds and that he has roots in Jerome Richardson. I'm going to come off like a total Thad and Mel freak here, but I guess I am. That also goes with, when you're rehearsing the tune and being open to the guys that are there, because I like what they do. And a lot of times what we're going back and forth with at rehearsals is singing the phrasing, because, yeah, you can write it down, sure, but this music is not about the written page and exactly how it's written. It's how you interpret it. I don't want my music to sound like it's on the page. Dizzy Gillespie, his whole thing was if you could sing it, you could play it.